Hi, and welcome to Kodai. Today we're going to do a general bot overview going over all the different functions available within Kodai. So when you first open Kodai, you'll see these buttons right here. Check for updates. You always want to click this so that you know that your bot's fully up to date. There's also links for the Discord, Twitter, as well as the Kodai website. We'll start at the bottom. Within the settings, you'll see that you can place a Discord webhook here, and you can set it to only send success or include slot info within the webhook. The slot info will include the email as well as the checkout profile used. Under miscellaneous, you'll see automatically report program errors. This is something you want checked just so that we can continue to improve the bot. Additionally, you'll see click to configure your preferred sizing. So within here, you can set the preferred sizing you want. So typically you can put size range. And so when you have these within here, when you're creating a task, there's an option to click preferred sizing, and then it'll go down this list. However, if you tick this right here, it'll choose one of the sizes within your preferred sizes at random. Next, there's the store-specific settings. So typically you want in-store shipping avoided, so you want to check that just in case there are websites that have in-store checked by default. Additionally, this is where you access the shipping manager. This is covered in a separate video. And here you can see PayPal. So Kodai comes with a functionality to log into your PayPal account for Shopify sites that only accept PayPal. Simply click here, and Kodai has a little description about what to do. However, basically you just want to log into your PayPal very soon before you're starting your task, as the PayPal login is only maintained for a short amount of time. So next we'll go into CAPTCHAs. So this is what it'll look like when you first click on it. You're going to want to add a solver by clicking plus, and then you'll name it. And then you can set an account proxy here if you'd like. If you're going to be logging into many different solvers, you may want some proxies so that Google doesn't register all of the logins from the same IP and possibly reduce your one-clicks. So here you'll just log into an email. Once you've logged in, so about maybe 45 minutes to half an hour before a drop, you're going to want to click the YouTube button, and you can start watching YouTube videos. This will increase your chances of getting one-click CAPTCHAs. Additionally, you can click the tester function here. This is new to Kodai. What it does is it checks your Gmail and tells you what the opportunity is for it to get one-clicks. So this is a relatively new Gmail. So you'll see that once it checks the Gmail, it'll most likely say that it needs a lot of work. And then when you're ready to run for a drop, you just click this box right here, and it'll pull up the solver. You choose the kind of release you're going to have, and it'll pop out this solver right here. Additionally, you want to set your default CAPTCHA solver to whichever your best Gmail is, and that way if you forget to pull out a solver and you start a task and it requires a CAPTCHA, it'll launch your default solver. You can also launch all your solvers at the same time by clicking Open All Solvers. Next, we'll take a look at proxies. So to create a list of proxies, you want to create a name for it, and then paste them in, and then hit save. Now you'll see that you have a list right here. To test these, you click test proxies. Then you can either put in a custom URL, or you can test on a specific store. So either Shopify or Supreme. We'll test these on Shopify. So it comes back with the speeds right here. And if any of these weren't working, it would say bad, and you can click clear bad proxies. All right, so next we'll look at profiles. So this is blank right now. To create a profile, you'll hit the plus sign. You'll name the profile. You'll choose the region that you're creating the profile for. And then you can fill it in. I'll create one right now with you guys. And for payment details, you want the full email address, including whichever site it's at. As well as the cardholder name. This is a fake number. And your CVV. Now most Shopify sites will require you to have both the same delivery and billing address, so Kodai includes this option right here, which just copies both. And then you just hit save. So then you can export your profiles by clicking export profiles. You can set a passphrase to encrypt it. However, if you're using some kind of profile management software, you're not going to want to set a passphrase just so that that can be able to access it. You'll select the directory. We'll do desktop. And then you just click export. All right, and then we'll delete this to show you what import looks like. So you'll click the import button, select file. We have our profiles right here. Hit continue. So now you can either import the profiles onto the profiles you already have, or you can just import them brand new and replace everything that's in there. We'll hit continue. So normally you'd put in your passphrase. We didn't set one, so we just click import. And there you can see it is. So now we'll go to releases. So releases have a lot of options. You click plus to start a release. So the release name, you name it whatever you'd like. Let's say we're going for Yeezy. And then you choose a store. Let's say we're going for Kith. So we'll start at the top. First, there are these gears here. If you click on those, they give you the options to change the release name. So if we want to change this to Yeezy Boost instead, we can click here. Change release store. So if we want to change this release from Kith to another site, such as Bodega. Copy release. So copy release will copy your entire release and all the settings that you've associated with it, as well as any tasks you've created, and completely duplicate it. And then there's capture priority. So capture priority can be set to funnel your captchas into one release over others. So let's say you're prioritizing one website over other sites, you can set capture priority to 1 for the main one, and then for your other releases you can set them to 2. And that way all your captchas will go to the capture priority 1 first. So let's copy this release. So we'll name this one Yeezy as well, and let's say we're running on Undefeated. So you see when we run on a website that requires accounts, Kodai allows you to put in email and password. So you just put the email that you've created the account with, and then the password that's associated with it, separated by a colon, and then you hit enter to put in your next account. So here you can see that there's this pop-out window. If you click this, it'll pop out that release. To get rid of it, you just hit X, and then you can go back and it's within the bot again. So then if we go into the settings, we can see that there's a monitor delay. By default, it's set to 1500. Depending on how many proxies you have, this can go much lower. Typically, if you have a few tasks to, let's say a 25 proxy to 1 task ratio, you can monitor as low as 200 ms easily. Here you can choose between keywords or links. If you switch to links, you can put in your early links. If you're using keywords, you simply say the word, you don't put a plus or minus. So let's say we're going for Yeezy, but we want to avoid infants. Proxies, you choose the proxy list. Scheduled start, pretty basic. You just put in the exact time that you want to start, AM or PM, and this will go based off of your computer's timing. Store password. So if somehow you come across the password to a website that has a password page up, you can plug it in here and that'll apply it to all your tasks. Check restocks. So you want this enabled if you want your tasks after drop to immediately go into restocks mode and check for product that's coming back into stock. So once you've chosen all the tasks or all the options that you want, just hit save changes. Now when you hit this plus button here, you can start adding the profiles that you'd like. So let's put the test profile down. And here you can see there's all the sizing options. So there's Japan sizing, there's shoe sizing, there's clothing sizing, and then also there's the preferred option, which we discussed earlier. So it'll take directly from the sizes that you've set as preferred. There's random, which will pick anything at random, and one size if you're going for some kind of item that doesn't have sizing information or only has one size. Let's put it to random. And let's set the task quantity to 3. This will make 3 with the same profile. So here's where you see all the different bypasses. So bypass 1 is typically used for a password page drop. It can sometimes bypass queue right after password page comes down. However, you should only use it if it's advised to do so in the Discord. Bypass 2 is what you'll be using most of the time. If you have the time to start maybe 10 minutes before drop, what it'll do is use another item to create a checkout link, and that way you'll be able to bypass the queue. Bypass 3 sometimes works a little faster than bypass 2, but doesn't always work. So you can use it sparingly and as advised within the Discord. Swift shipping goes off of the shipping manager. So if you've predetermined shipping rates for a website and you've set them within Kodai, you can hit apply and it'll drastically reduce your task time. So once you're happy with all of your bypass and swift shipping selections, you just hit save changes. And now you're ready to start. You hit start to start all tasks. And stop to stop all tasks. There's also a reminder here with little tidbits of information on how to set up your tasks and how early to set them up. So you can read this if you'd like. All right, so that's a brief overview of all the functionalities within Kodai. If you have any questions, just refer to the Discord and ask away.